Hello everyone, today I am at Ryhope Cemetery. I've only ever been to once before, and that was to track down a headstone for Astoria Road, so I'm going to probably take you to that headstone first, because that's really the only headstone I know anything about in this particular spot. You probably can't see from here, but in the distance is the North Sea. We're at Ryhope on the edge of the city of Sunderland. It used to be a big pit village. Now look at that, I've never noticed that when I came here last time. That looks like there's two cemetery chapels. I bet one was probably Anglican and the other one was probably Catholic, or the mixture non-conformist, but normally this tended to be separate. If you go to Bishop Wearmouth, Sunderland Cemetery and Mean Olds, they weren't joined together like this one, but never noticed that before. The one thing I do remember from the last time I visited here, when I was looking for this grave, was that there was loads of surnames which of Lemon and Lorraine. They were quite common. So I'm gonna, it's still in use today, but I think this replaced the local church down in Ryhope. Three-quarters of a mile down the road there's an old parish church. See if I can find the headstone I'm after. If I remember, it had a cross on it. So it goes all the way south down there. There's a few old sections and so on. So we'll have a look for the one that I know something about. So this one, members of the Williams family. James William Williams, son of the above, who died in South Africa, 1906, aged 20 years. So he must have either emigrated or gone to seek his fortune somewhere. When you go to places like this, you always come across surnames that you don't often see in other parts of Sunderland. There's Bonington. Here's this one. Now this is a large family plot, but it wasn't for anybody who was from the great and the good. On the 31st of May 1900 there was a fire in Ryhope. Unfortunately, a paraffin light being knocked over in the children's bedroom, and the house caught fire and it spread to another 11 properties, and there was something like 12 properties damaged and something like over 70 people made homeless. So it was like a massive disaster in Ryhope at the time. That's it. Just before that, the Ryhope Fire Brigade had actually been formed. So this was like their baptism of fire. So it was a horrific event, but we'll go into some details. In loving memory of Robert Summerson, aged 12 years, John Taylor Summerson, aged 6 years, and George William Anderson Summerson, aged 4 years, who died May the 31st, 1900. So, 3 sons killed in the fire. Horrible tragedy. And also, if you look down there, George William Anderson Summerson and Robert Mackenzie Summerson, who died in infancy. Thy will be done, O Lord. So this poor couple of Summersons lost the 3 children in the fire, and they'd lost 2 in infancy. So I'm guessing this memorial was funded by the community, because there's no way we could have been able to afford something the size of this. Look at it. There was one brother who survived. He ended up being a mayor out in South Africa when he emigrated. Also, Margaret Wilhelmina Summerson died July 26, 1916, aged 26 years. So that must have been a sister. Also, Elizabeth Anderson Gardner, so I'm taking that would be another sister. She lived to 82 years. And it was done, the monument was done by Fry and Son. Oh, there's the brother. Edward Wynne Summerson died in South Africa, March 31st, 1966, aged 67 years. There's the parents, William Anderson Summerson, who died 28th of December 1913, aged 52 years, and Ellen, his brother's wife, died February the 23rd, 1916, aged 54 years. Not great ages, but two lives that had seen so much tragedy and suffering. So they survived how many years? I thought it was like 13 and 16 years after the tragedy. So the fire of Ryhope. I'll have a look up here. Hiya. Yeah, I know. I wrote a story about it.
Yes, it's the whole family. There's a fire in the house, a lamp.
Yeah, it was paraffin lamp or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I popped it. The last time I popped it was about 3-4 years ago to find it. So I've just come to do a little video of the cemetery. That's the only one I remember, because when I came in, I didn't know where it was, so I was looking all over, and I think it was one of the last ones I found.
Yeah.
So I'm just having a little scout around.
There's a few. There's one down there on the front row.
Yeah.
Not this path, the next one on the corner. I think it's like I can't remember if he's 14 or 16, but he died in the war.
Right, I'll have a look for that one.
Down there, there's one of a little girl. It's a really unusual headstone. It's heart-shaped.
Right.
But it looks plastic.
Is it like a porcelain type one?
Kind of.
They're not. There's a few of them across the
northeast.
Yeah, there's a few in Barnet. That's where I'm from originally, but they're not that common. I think it was about 1910s, 20s, 30s for that one.
30s.
So I'm going to have a.
It just says that Janet died in an accident. But
Yeah, I'd forgotten how big it was. I'd forgotten it goes all the way back.
Yeah,
Your voice will be on YouTube tonight.
Nobody needs that.
No, I can't edit at the moment yet. I need to get a decent laptop to do the editing. So, but people like it when there's extra people, members of the public coming in.
Well, we come every day.
Aye.
Try and pick one of the older ones. And
Right.
do a bit of research when I get home. So just live in the village.
Oh, right.
The other church, it looks like it's empty. The graveyard.
Yeah.
It's actually full. And then the council took all the headstones off.
Yeah.
So if you go around the back of the church
Yeah.
and look in the wall, all the headstones, the walls made out of
Well,
headstones.
by coincidence, I went to see him a couple of months back, and on the Friday night, I popped in because I'd never ever been in it. It was like, where's all the headstones?
Yeah.
And then I went back the next couple of days to do another video,
Yeah.
and I did one about there's one little grave in the corner, so I called it the Lonely Grave. And I went into the history of the family and stuff like this. So if you're on YouTube tonight, probably on in about an hour actually. 'Cause I think I'm off. Once I've done this, I'm off for a couple of pints.
Oh, don't blame
But it'll be Ryhope. Just search Ryhope Cemetery. It'll be on there. Anyway, thank you very much for that. I'll have a look for that one. You too. See, it's not just me who hangs around in graveyards. There's always lots of dog walkers and obviously people paying their respects and so on. It's another fine day in the city of Sunderland. I remember, I think there were some Commonwealth grave ones down here. It is neatly laid out and well maintained. Nothing overgrown here, like the one I went to yesterday. There's a couple of Commonwealth graves and memorials. I think this might be the Catholic section here. I've seen that surname before somewhere in Sunderland. This is for P. Solon of the Durham Light Infantry. Died the 11th of April 1917, age 49. Most Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy on his soul. Solon. Yes, beloved wife of the late Patrick Solon. I've got a feeling that might have been an Irish family. I think I've come across Solon in the past before. Now, there's a surname Lennon. So a few Irish surnames. That's this one. Oh, there's somebody Ashbridge of the Tyneside Irish. He was 47. Northumberland Fusees. There's two soldiers I've looked at, 47 and 49. We always think of men in the First World War as being teenagers, 20s, early 30s, but they were older soldiers. That looks like it's some more Commonwealth grave ones spread around. There's like the more recent section. That's how I'm going to go. If I remember last time, I noticed a lot of the graves have sunk. If you look there, so they're all collapsing inwards. A lot of them are down here. So I'm going to go around this bit over here because that's like the Victorian, looks more like a later Victorian section. Just next to, I think, Ryhope Football Club, or is it Ryhope CW? It's two Ryhope teams. I haven't looked at many graves yet. That's cool now. A loving memory of Alfred, beloved husband of Mary Ann Bunny. Bunney. It's a name I've never come across. Bunny. There's a couple who've still got the iron vaults. I think there was quite a few Irish people settled here after the potato famine and came here. There was the pit. Kennedy. And that's something that I think there's a few in here. George, beloved son of George and Annie Blackburn, who was accidentally killed at Ryhope Colliery, July the 1st, 1902, aged just 22 years. W. Hutchinson of the Somerset Light Infantry, 29th of January 1941, aged 33 years. Thoughts drift back to bygone days, times move on but memories stay. Another hero. There's another World War II casualty. T College, Scots Guard, 3rd of March 1943, aged 22. The Lord is my shepherd, therefore can I lack nothing. There's another one I mentioned, a lemon. It's quite a common name around here. I think Ryhope was also famous for Mary Ann Cotton lived here for a time. This is a nice headstone for in loving memory of Anne, the beloved wife of Joseph Halliday, who died August the 28th, 1909, aged 75 years. Her end was peace. Also Joseph, Robert, William and another Joseph who died in infancy. So they must have been way back. She was born, sorry, she died in 1909, 75. I doubt they'd be buried in this cemetery, maybe Ryhope, or she was from another part. That's one interred at Ryhope churchyard. These ones look in good condition. Davidson. Also George Davidson, only son of the above, who died from the result of an accident. September the 16th, 1923, aged just 21 years. He asked life of thee, and thou gavest long life forever and ever. It's members of the Dawson family, and one of the sons was called Turner. Another example where he used a surname as a first name. And then a couple of the children who died in infancy. There's another example of the in loving memory of Robert James, the beloved son of James and Elizabeth Jane Ramsey, who died from an accident received at Ryhope College, September the 23rd, 1905, aged 17 years and 9 months. It's no age, is it? And then in that earlier that year, if you look there, another son, William George, who was the brother of above, who died June the 17th, aged 1 year and 9 months. So the poor parents, in the space of from middle of June through to middle of end of September, lost 2 sons, and that was erected by his companions and friends. It's a nice touch for them to pay for the memorial. Like we see an old house that mentions Trimden House, Ryhope. A bit slippy. I think I know who would have done this one. This looks like a William Borrowdale sculpture, or one of his sons. William was from my hometown, Barnard Castle. His sons took over the business, started their own business. In memoriam of William Press, died January 1911. For some reason, I think that's got something to do with Africa. Might be wrong. I'll leave you with one last shot. There's the cemetery chapel, and there's this eastern side of the cemetery. It's a lot bigger than I thought, from memory. Sorry, I didn't get the chance to go around as many places as I wanted to, so maybe come back here sometime in the future. Thank you very much for watching. If you do like it, please give it a like, and if you wish to, click on the subscribe. See you next time. Bye.